Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where we are going to talk about the market outlook for the year 2026. Before looking into the 2026, so let us see what has happened the previous years. The last year, 2025, the Nifty has given about 9 to 10% return, but it has grossly underperformed the world markets. The entire global markets, South Korea shot up nearly 100%. And most Asian markets shot up like 20, 30, 40, 50%. But our market performance was really, really very bad. But despite that, there is nothing much to complain by the retail people, because if you have put the money in bank FD, you would have got 7-8% return, and in stock market you got slightly more return. That is if you take from January 1 to December 31. And before that, the previous year, the year 2024, that was a parliament election year. So usually the parliament election year we cannot count. It was very, very volatile. On the day of the result, it fell nearly 9.25%, and then after that, a stable government was formed, and then market shot up. Now, coming back to the year 2026, the beginning was very, very optimistic. In the first one or two trading sessions in the calendar year 2026, Nifty has actually hit a fresh all-time high, and Nifty has actually closed at fresh all-time high. The all-time high in 2024 was around 26,300. Precisely 26,277. Then in the first 1 or 2 days in January, the Nifty high was 26,373. So approximately 26,400. But then what has happened after that? The FII selling continued and the markets fell, and then everybody was expecting a good budget in terms of stock market. We are not here to comment about the budget overall, but with respect to the stock market. And that's because, there were a lot of rumors saying that even the Prime Minister office has instructed the Finance Ministry to make sure that this FII sentiment is turned around and don't do anything bad to spoil the FII sentiment. And then everybody was expecting some kind of a benefit for stock market. And most famous one, the reduction in STT or removal of STT, or reduction in long-term capital gain tax, or removal of long-term capital gain tax, or adding another slab to the long-term capital gain tax. That means now up to 1 year it is short term, 1 year and above is a long term. Long-term capital gain tax is 12.5%. Maybe people thought, there may be another slab, maybe 3 years or 5 years. If you are holding, the long-term capital gain tax will be zero. And none of the expectation was met in the budget. On the contrary, in the budget, the STT was increased. That too, the increase in STT was so high that during the BJP government, options trading, STT has been increased 7 to 8 times. It's not 7 to 8%, it is 7 to 8 times. Even the futures also, STT this time, it is increased by 1.5 times. 150% increase in the tax. So because of that, once again the market fell. Then again the Indo-US trade deal came, and there was a gap up of 2,000 points, at least in GIFT Nifty. But then that has been completely wiped out. And now, Nifty is hovering around 25,400 or 500. So far, in the last 2 months, the performance has been very, very pathetic compared to the global markets. So globally, the markets are looking very, very bullish. And although here and there is some kind of a bad news. Months before, there was a news that came DeepSeek from China. So that created a problem all the chip companies fell. Now this time the artificial intelligence scare and all the software companies, software as services companies, they all crash in US. And, but despite that, the markets are not really very, very bad. But in India, the picture is really looking very, very bad. Now, if you look at the internals of the market, number one, Reliance Industries, and still there is no clarity, whether India will stop purchasing crude oil from Russia. There has been no clarity so far. And, so major beneficiary of Russian crude oil purchase is Reliance Industries. So in the Indo-US trade deal, if that is stopped, then that is actually negative for Reliance Industries. So the Reliance Industries has been very, very volatile. And number two, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. So ever since this SEBI came out with a rejig in the Bank Nifty, earlier, HDFC Bank had more than 30% weightage in Bank Nifty. Now they say the cap is there at 20%. And then the top three stocks, the cap is 45%. So thereby potentially reducing the HDFC Bank to even below 20%. So there was a huge selling in both HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank in order to adjust this index. Because all the exchange traded funds, they invest proportional to the weightage. So because of that, you see the last week, the Bank Nifty shot up to 61,500. And I remember last year it was trading around 48,000. But such a big rally, fresh all-time high, Bank Nifty. But still, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank both were 6 to 8% down. And then come to the third set is the TCS and Infosys. So because of this artificial intelligence scare, so that's affecting both TCS and Infosys, they are trading at 5-year low. So if you take the top 5 stocks, and not necessarily exactly the top 5, but this is 5 among the top 8 stocks we can say. And all of them are in trouble. And everything has, its individual problem. Reliance, crude oil from Russia, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, index rejig, and TCS and Infosys, artificial scare. And not to talk about FMCG stocks. FMCG stocks, they are in multi-year bear run. Hindustan Unilever, once again, 0 return in last 5 years. And ever since the Nestle chairman in 2024, he came out with a statement that, the middle class pie is shrinking in India. So ever since that statement, FMCG stocks has been doing very, very badly. To add fuel to the fire, this tobacco tax increased. So TCS, although TCS is also an FMCG company, but although the major business is cigarettes, so that has fallen like 20-25%. So the internals of the market is looking very, very bad, right? And although recently FIIs have started buying stocks, or if at all they're selling less. So their selling seems to have exhausted, but the buying momentum is clearly missing. Last year, if you see on May 12th, the India-Pakistan ceasefire news came, and then market shot up nearly 1,000 points, and Nifty closed around 25,000 on that day. What has happened after that? For the next 6 months, and Nifty was trading 25,000 plus minus 2.5% for the next 6 months. And then only in the month of October, so led by a few factors like positive global cues, and then, Deepavali is the time our economy will be buzzing, and then GST was reduced for cars, and that was a major boost for auto sector. So around that period, auto index has shot up like 10-12%. So because of all these factors, in the month of October, the market broke out market actually rallied 1500 point from intra-month low to intra-month high. And otherwise, that May to October, the range was broken out. Then what has happened? Nifty straight away went to 26,000 last October. October, November, December, January, February. So 5 months are over and we are still 26,000 plus minus. And there is nothing very big has happened. But within this period, there was a huge volatility, especially in the month of February. The huge volatility was created, first on the downside by STT news, then on the upside by US trade deal news. So just like, one big shocker on the upside, if you take the May 12 as the India-Pakistan ceasefire. So the same way, on February 3, Indo-US trade deal can be taken as such a shocker. And there was no news of a negotiation, this and that, and all of a sudden they came and announced it. And GIFT Nifty was indicating 2000 point gap up. And then here, Nifty gap up nearly 1000 plus points. But finally came under selling pressure. So it closed around 25,700, 25,728 precisely. And what is happening? After that, nearly 1 month is over and we are still struggling. So number one, market consolidation mode, can last maximum 6 months. So that's what happened last year. In the month of May, market broke out. And then after that, 6 months consolidation. After 6 months consolidation, again the market broke out. But now the problem is that almost 5 months are over. And in the month of March, end of March will be 6 months will be over. And from last year, October till now, we are still consolidating 26,000, maybe plus minus 1,000 point. Temporarily, market went below 25,000 on the budget day. That's because of STT news. So if you leave out those event-based moves, you take the normal move, it is 26,000 plus minus 3 or 4%. So our market is in long-term consolidation and I do not know how long it can consolidate. Sooner or later, things have to break out or it can break down also. But as far as I know, the probability of breakout is very, very high rather than the probability of breakdown. But the point here is that we need some kind of a trigger for that. The global cues is not going to be the trigger. And because, for the last 1.5 year, 2 year, global markets are doing very well, but still we are not reacting. So some kind of a trigger needed from the local. So which means that, the government must do something. But what the government can do, they have already reduced the corporate tax, they already reduced the GST, and what more they can do. But definitely they can do something related to the stock market. So this government is seen as anti-stock market government. And luckily, it is the retail people who keep on pumping the money into the mutual funds and saving this market. But this government has not done anything to the retail people. But then again, can they do something now? I don't think that they can do. Unless something go really very, very bad, I always say in the movies, only in the last scene, only in the climax, only the police comes. So the same way, even if the government comes, the government will come only in the last scene. By that time, everything would have been destroyed for the retail people. So totally, year 26 looks like 26K, it's going to be a very, very long consolidation. So I'm also looking for some kind of a trigger. What could be the probable trigger? You can comment in the comment section. I'm also clueless at this point of time. And Indian market has never underperformed the global markets to this extent without having any local means like local parliament election is there or something like that, it's a different story. But there has been nothing, anything particularly very much negative for India, but still we are underperforming the global market so much. So let us hope at least in the month of April, if not in March, the Nifty breaks out and it should go to at least 27,000 in the next few months. So I just keep looking at the triggers. As and when if it comes, I will let you know. But right now, 5 months of consolidation. In the past, we have not consolidated for more than 6 months. So another 1 month. So exciting time ahead. So let us see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.